Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. How are ya? If you could for me real quick, I just want to make sure you all hear me okay. I'm not sounding too fuzzy or echoey or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is if you can just put in a quick hi. Hey, I can hear you. No problem. That will be wonderful. Clear from Chrissy. Thank you, Chrissy. All good. Thank you, Melissa. I'm good. Thank you, Dwayne. Perfect. Oh, yes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to get right into it. If you guys don't know me already, my name is Ariana Hernandez. I am the marketing assistant with IntelliTravel.com. Thank you guys so much for coming out here. Well, not out here, but thank you for attending. I know you guys have a busy schedule and everything. But so thank you for taking the time out of your busy evenings to join us here. And really, as you guys know, it's more so to help grow your travel opportunities, grow your travel business, and to help your travel business be successful. So thank you so much for being here. Now, tonight we are going to be going back to basics with our Vacation Express guests. So be sure to join us here every Tuesday and Thursday nights now, because you guys are amazing and want more, more, more. You can join us every Tuesday, Thursday night for these quality webinars to get the training with our preferred partners in travel. Now, you can also watch the emails, see the online events calendar in your back office for more special guest appearances by our preferred partners on the weekly Tuesday, Thursday night webinars, just like this one. Or what you guys can do, a different form of education, you can download our IntelliTravel Agent training app for the weekly podcasts every Thursday, every week. And guys, all of this training is brought to you free by IntelliTravel.com, free 99. That's right. All of the webinars, as you know, are archived and they're available for replay in the IntelliTutorial section of your back office site. So guys, what I want you to do is I want you to put your pencils down, unless you feel more comfortable writing it down. But then I feel I'm just I just gotta soak it all in, So if you guys feel like you've missed something though, if you guys feel like you need to the presenter to go back and say it again, don't worry. What we'll be able to do for you is we will be able to archive the webinar and you will be able to replay the webinar however many times you want, wherever you want. As long as you've got some internet connection, you are all good to go. Replay it however many times you want as well. So just go ahead, pay attention, and try to get the gist of what our presenter has for you tonight. Now, at the end of tonight's event, there is a live Q&A section with our special guests, but with so many attendees, I'm going to tell you guys about 2,700, over 2,700 people registered for this evening. So with so many attendees, it's just not possible to open up the phone lines without completely smashing and destroying and interrupting the webinar. So what you guys can do is you can submit the questions using the question box. Now that is found at the control panel at the right of your screen for those who have not found it yet. And you can do that anytime during the presentation. What I will do is I will try to read the questions and our special guest will try to answer as many as possible. And I wish I could get to everybody's, but we only have so much time. And I want to finish off by saying, we have a prize drawing, but in order to win that prize drawing, you must be present at the webinar. So that is the only catch with me, at least, as being the host for the evening. Now, I'm not going to delay any longer. I want to get right into it with you guys. I am happy to bring on the real expert with Vacation Express and a very lovely lady I love listening to. She is so entertaining. Your business development manager, Pat Ferguson. Pat, take away. It is all yours.
Thank you, beautiful Ariana. You're the best. And
I
as
hope
you
I got
all
through that fast
know,
enough. Take it away.
I love IntelliTravel. I love IntelliTravel because
Oh
you're
man.
new, you're excited, you're motivated, you're so engaged. And I have done several dream makers. I've been to a couple conferences. I've been on a fan with our IntelliTravel agents, and it has always been an absolute amazing experience. Just so hands on. IntelliTravel, you guys are getting some of the best training out there. Please, please, please take advantage of it. They're going to show you everything you need to know. And tonight, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about making a booking with Vacation Express. Now, here's the deal. It's so easy, it's ridiculous. Honestly, we're going to be finished making a booking before you even realize you've just made a booking. So hang on, watch how easy it is. Now, can everybody see just my big screen, not this double thing with the next upcoming video? It's just a big, beautiful, basic portal training with Vacation Express by Sunwing. Cool. If we are ready to go. Now, I'm going to ask you to do two things. Every blue moon, every now and then, I'm going to say, write this down. Now, when I ask you to write it down, it's just going to be a little inside dope, a little extra information that's going to make the booking process really easy, or it's something that I really, really, really want to press home. I really want it to be just indelibly marked on your brain. So when I say write this down, it's just going to be a quick tip, something important, and something that's really going to make it easier for you to make money and make a booking with VE. Let's get started, guys. It is so easy to even start with us. Now, when you log on to our website, that is www.vacationexpress.com, the first thing you want to do as a travel agent is sign in. You're going to come to the beautiful homepage. Everybody sees that, all the direct clients, but you are about to log into the amazing travel agent portal. So you're going to click on sign in. The first page you're going to see is the sign in sheet. Now, this is the sign in for existing accounts. If you have not signed up with Vacation Express, if you're just on this webinar but you haven't signed up yet, it's super simple. You're going to sign in, click on that sign in tab at the top. It's going to bring you to this page. The first thing you're going to see is enter your email address and password. But if you have not signed up with us, scroll down a little bit further on that page, and right in the middle of that page, you're looking at kind of half sheets right now. You're going to see travel agencies or travel agents without a profile. Click here. What do? You don't panic. You click here. It's super simple. Now, this is going to bring you to the new agency and agent application page. And again, super simple. Fill in the mandatory fields. We want to know who you are and where you come from. One of the things that's not highlighted, it's not mandatory, but really, really helps us is the preferred airport. This kind of gives us an idea of where you are. Now, one of the things that's super, super cool about signing up here is that you are creating your own agent page right up under IntelliTravel, who's already in our database. You don't have to do anything but fill in your contact information. Whenever you see the word contact, we're talking about you. Another word for client, another word for travel agent. You are the contact person. So we need you to fill that information out completely. Now, keep in mind two things. Number one, if you put your home address where it says address, which is fine, this is what's going to show up on your client's documents. Now, a lot of you guys will put in IntelliTravel's corporate address down in Delray Beach, which is fabulous. The only problem we have with that is that we don't know where you live. So filling in that preferred airport is super cool and super important. Now, if you want your home address to show up on your documents, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of you are operating out of your homes. That's fine. But putting in your corporate address is just fine as well. Now, you're going to move over to the agent, the travel agency part. This is where you're going to fill in the information for IntelliTravel. Now, don't worry about knowing everything off the top of your head, their address, the zip code. If your agency is in our database, we're going to import this information into your agent profile. It's going to be correct, but what we really need is that IATAN number, that IATA number. That has to be right. When you put that in, we automatically will merge you into IntelliTravel's host agency information. You guys are all under there, and we've got you. So once you've done that, what's going to happen next is that you're going to send it. You're going to also fill out a W-9. See where it says W-9 down there? Click on that, fill that out, and get that to us as well, because this is how we're going to get paid. Okay, nobody gets paid without a W-9. Now, the W-9 is important, especially when you're getting your cash bonus benefits. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But that's important. Now, don't worry about IntelliTravel has given us their big fat W-9. So you don't have to fill that in as an agency. You fill it in as an agent. That way you can get money aside from what you would normally get from IntelliTravel, which you guys are operating on an awesome commission. Don't worry about that. Now, once you signed up and you click send, what they'll send you is a password reminder. So you'll create your password, then you'll go back to the home page, sign in again, log in with your email address and password. Remember that part. And this is where it brings you guys. Now you are in the place that's called the money maker. Now you are in the place, honey, where all the action happens. You are in the travel agent portal. First thing we want you to do, we're greedy. We want you to make a booking. We don't care what else you do. Go ahead and start making your bookings. So you're going to click on new booking. It's just that simple. And guys, you're going to get 3 things to choose from. You're going to get our value price package. You can choose hotel only or air only. Now, write this down. What's included in our value price package? Round trip air, round trip transfers from the airport to the hotel and back to the airport, and your all inclusive stay. And when we say all inclusive, unless otherwise specified, we're talking all inclusive. All your food, all your drinks, taxes, gratuities, all the entertainment that's on property, all the extra activities that are on property, the gym, the basketball courts, the spa is there. Sometimes they include the hydrotherapy. It really depends on the package. It depends on the resort, but all of that's included. Now, if they know how they're getting there, you just need the land portion, that's doable. If they just want the air, they already know where they're staying, that's doable as well. So you're going to choose one of those. Now, the next thing you want to do, if you want to advance your search a little bit, this is going to bring up the best value when you first put it in. But if you want to do an advance, you can enter the airline, you can enter the class of service, the fare type, and the connections. You can also do that. Now, I want you to notice something before we move on. See those little downward black arrows at the end of all the tabs? That means there's more information there. So if you click on a downward arrow, you're going to get a whole list of other goodies. Of course, departure airport, Atlanta's not the only place to leave from. We leave from everywhere in this country. So you can pick and choose where you want to go from. Doesn't have to just be a charter gateway, guys. We've got you covered. Now, if you are traveling within our charter season, the charters are seasonal, most of them. Cincinnati has year round. Most of the charters out of our 20 plus gateways are seasonal. If you are searching within our charter season, the first thing that'll pop up is our beautiful charter calendar. The dates, of course, are going to be highlighted in green for go. If it's sold out, it's going to be highlighted in red for no, stop, don't go any further. But if it's highlighted in green, those are the dates that we're actually departing from that destination, from that gate to that destination. So, what I would suggest you do, let's say your clients want to travel on the 5th. That's okay. If the 6th isn't working for you, just click on no thanks. Would you please just check the dates that I asked you for? But if you're smart and you're wise, you're going to click on that charter date just to check it out. What I would do is give them a comparison, because so often you're going to get a really great deal, and you're going to find out that your clients are a little bit more flexible than you thought they were with those dates, when that price can be between 3 and 4 and 500 or more difference, right? But if not, click no thanks, that's okay. But if you like it, select it. So, for our training purposes, we're going to select the charter. This one's running out of Atlanta into Montego Bay, Jamaica. Yaman, my favorite place. And look at that, kids. That's real. 7 a.m. departure. They're on the beach before noon. Hello. You can't get better than that. So the first thing that's going to pop up is the air. That's going to be our charter air. But let's say the charter air time is 7 a.m., just too early for your people. They want some other times to look at. Click on more options, and what you're going to see there is a whole list of other airlines, other options that you can choose from. You're not just going to be hanging out there with one choice. You're going to have a list of choices. Now, the price may go up on those other choices. It may even go down, but you're going to get some options. Now, you'll also notice in Jamaica, for instance, Jamaica is split up into different regions. You can choose the region, or you can just look at everything that's going on in Jamaica all the way down to Ocho Rios. So that's really cool too. If you really just want to look at Negril, which is my favorite spot, then you can do that. Now, the first thing that's going to pop up. Now, remember, guys, this is a half page. So there, right under Holiday Inn Montego Bay is everything else we sell listed, and I think in alphabetical order even. So what you're seeing here, what you're always going to see is our fabulous, fabulous deal. Sometimes it's with our partner of the month, and sometimes it's just an amazing, amazing deal. So if you want to check that out first, if your clients are just looking for something and they haven't tied you down to anything, you might want to check that deal out. You know what? If you're interested, all you have to do is click right there where it says view rooms and rates. What that's going to do, and before I move on, notice that certain things are highlighted and bolded in that lovely, lovely Vacation Express blue. Well, that means more information. It really does. If you click on Holiday Inn Montego Bay, it's going to explain everything that's going on at that hotel. If you want more information on the private fare, if you want more information on the hotel, it's all there, guys. So listen, you don't have to call us for a thing, to be honest with you. Only if you need us to work something out. Otherwise, our website is so full of information, it's insane. There's everything you need to know about your hotel, your destination. It's all right there. So we're going to click on View Rooms. It's going to list every room category that that hotel sells. Of course, normally the great deal is with our standard rooms. That first room, it's going to be a garden view, but it's still an amazing deal. $969 all inclusive, air, transfers, and hotel per person, guys. You're saying, what? You're selecting it because you have got to let your clients know about this. Guess what's really just happened? I'm going to let you marinate on that for about 5 seconds. You just made a booking. Is that amazing? I'm serious. You just made a booking. So you've got your package summary really right here. Everything is all in one place. So you've got your air, the hotel that you selected. We tell you how many days, how many rooms, how many people are in the room, what the room is, what you're getting, and you can also click on the advertised deal that comes along with that hotel, which in this case, kids stay and eat and play free. What? That's amazing. So, guys, at this juncture, you are either going to, oops, no, you're not. We're going to do one more thing. You've got this great deal for your clients. There is this spot run under pricing and services. And let me mention one more thing. See where it says double occupancy room? Write this down. That includes the base airfare, guys, okay? The room and the base airfare. We don't break out the air for you. However, the taxes and fees, that's all airline. Can't avoid it. No way of getting around it. It is what it is, guys. It's only one way to get out of taxes, and we know what that is. It's horrible. So, but before you do that, see where it says additional service charge? Kids, this is where I want you to add your travel agent fee. And I'm going to say this, you will work harder for somebody looking for a deal than you will for the person where money is no object. So you want to add your additional service charge. You know, nobody's saying go crazy. We're not saying that. But sometimes it can work just to add that fee. And that is 95% commissionable. Comes right back to you. We keep a small service fee on that of 5%. So whatever number you put in there, it's going to divide itself evenly amongst the passengers on the booking. So if you put 50, 25 each, 100, 50 each, depending on how many people on the booking. So guys, this is where you'll add that. You want to add that Because at this juncture, we're either going to save this itinerary and send our clients a copy, let them have a lookie, or we're going to book it because they called you and they knew about that holiday in Montego Bay because their friend told them that they got it from Vacation Express and their travel agent did it. You got to do it, so you're going to do it. You're going to book it. But guys, this is what I need you to do right now. What I need you to do is pretend for just a moment that I have shown you how to send that itinerary or the invoice to your clients. I'm going to show you in just a minute, and it's going to be the same thing that you would do here as if you completed the booking and you're sending them that final invoice. We'll come to that in a sec. So in this particular case, we're saving the itinerary, guys, and we're going to send it to our client. So this is what you're going to see when you save the itinerary. We'll let you know this itinerary is going to be saved for 14 days. That means it's going to look just like this when you come back to it for 14 days. But no space is being held until there's money on that booking, guys. Now, you know that. Now, here's the other thing as a travel agent that you have to know, that you need to accept. Prices can change in a heartbeat. Prices can change while you're booking, guys. So you want to create a little bit of urgency with your clients. You got to let them know, listen, this is a hot deal. This is the price as we speak. It could change any minute. You know, if we want to jump on it, we need to do it right now. No pressure, but let them know prices can change and this sweet deal could go away. So you want to make sure that they're aware of that. You got your whole package summary. Nothing's changing until there's money on the booking. But guess what? Your clients are amazed at this deal. So they said, if you don't jump on that, I will what? So you are amazed that you did this. You've already put a booking together. It was just so easy. Now your clients want to book it. So you sign back in with your email address and your password. But instead of a new booking, you're going to click on My Reservations because now you've got a reservation. Got an itinerary sitting there waiting to be completed. Or you've got a long list of bookings because you've been booking like crazy. So you click on My Reservations. Now, Pam's only booked this one just for an example, but you will have a whole long list of bookings because you're booking. So you can either open that res. Now you can show 25 or more bookings. You can show your bookings or the whole agency if you have access, which you don't. Past departures or cancellations. Or you can put the res number right in that box, click go, it'll bring up that reservation, or you can just click on the bolded reservation number and it will bring that reservation back for you. Also, I want you to notice something real quick. Download spreadsheet. You can download all of your bookings into a workable Excel spreadsheet, guys. You're going to need it later when you're trying to keep track of all the bennies that you are racking up from booking with Vacation Express. So definitely keep that in mind. But for our intents and purposes, we're going to open that reservation back up. And guess what? There it sits, as pretty as you left it, with everything you left it sitting right there. But this time, baby, you're booking this puppy because it is amazing. Your clients are chomping at the bit. They are ready to go. And so you put that booking number. And the first thing we let you know is that your services are still available. Everything is a go. Price hasn't changed. You are still good to go. However, kids, if your price has changed, if anything has changed on that booking, this is the same place you're going to find out about it. We're going to say something like, sorry, something in this booking has changed. We're going to let you know exactly. We're going to tell you the hotel has changed. The air has changed. And we're going to tell you by how much. And you're going to let your clients know. And normally those prices don't change drastically. It's not a whole lot. Sometimes it could be. Maybe we need to rethink this one. But at the same time, if they're ready to go, then you are ready to book this package. You don't have to do anything else but click on book this itinerary, and it becomes a real reservation at this point. Now, remember, this is a half sheet. What did I tell you about who's the contact? You're the contact. So we are wanting to know, all right, who's taking responsibility for this booking? Who's getting paid for this booking? The contact. Me, I am. So this is where we need your information. But see all this stuff you got to fill in? Don't worry about that. What I need you to do is pull this page up just a little bit. You're going to see a box that says search. Click on search. Okay. Once you click on search, it's going to say need your last name and your first name. You put that in. Once you do that, it's going to bring you up with all of your information right there, and it's going to incorporate it right into the booking, guys. Okay? So once it does that, you're going to come to the passenger information page, the traveler information page. Now, this is where things get really serious. This is where everything has to be exactly correct. It has to read exactly as it appears on their passport. I don't care if she got married. I don't care if she killed her husband. I don't care if her name is spelled. You'd be surprised how many ways there are to spell Alicia. So here's what you need to do. You need to have them read that passport to you letter by letter, phonetically if they gotta. R like Robert, O like Oscar, B like boy. Or they can send you a copy of their passport. But it is vital that this information be correct, along with their birth dates. The reason for that is if it's not correct and you don't catch it, which I'm going to tell you exactly how to catch any mistakes, it's going to cost your clients money. Change fees can be up to $250 just for one letter wrong. Now, I want you to write this down because this is a little inside dope from Pat. If it costs your clients, baby, it's going to cost you. Please believe that. So if it costs your clients, it's going to cost you. You don't want this to happen. This is where you really run into the biggest problems is getting that information wrong and it's not matching the passport. So once you've done that and you've read the terms and conditions, nobody wants to read the fine print anymore, guys, but it's so important. I annoy so many people when I sit in an office or a car rental place or anywhere where I'm signing a contract and I have the nerve to read the fine print. They're like, just sign right here. No, because I want to know exactly what I'm in for. I want to know what's going to work for me. That's what our terms and conditions will let you know. Everything that's working for you and the client, what our policies, our procedures are. Read them one time, they'll stick in your brain. You won't have to read them again. But once you agree to those terms and conditions, which I would read what I agree to, you're going to click I agree, and then you can move on a little bit further to this little page. Now, this is where you have to talk to your clients. This is between you and your clients. You got to tell them they can't bring their fun stuff with them on this trip. Yep, can't bring the old radio pharmaceuticals, the explosives, the corrosives, the radioactive material, or their tear gas. All that's got to stay home. Now, once they agree to that, you can accept and continue. And guys, you have completed a reservation. It is really that simple. It is really 1, 2, 3. Let us know where you're going, where you're leaving from, what dates you want, how many adults, how many kids are traveling. And by the way, when you hook those kids in, we want to know how old they are because here's where that really comes in handy. Kids stay and eat free up to 12 at a whole bunch of these all-inclusive resorts. So you want to make sure that baby is going to be 12 when they get there or less. Because if baby is 13 when they get there, mommy and dad got to cough up that adult fare. Didn't I tell you it was important to get those names and dates right? So, guys, everything you need is right here. It's all tidy in one little quick package. Let's go over the trip information. Super simple. The booking number, of course, that's always going to be what you refer to. The lead passenger. Now, that's usually the person that contacted you and usually the person that's paying for the trip. Doesn't have to be, but normally it is. And then you're going to have the number of passengers on the booking, the date of departure, and the date you created the booking. Very important. Those two different dates they have bearing, they have weight, and I'll explain it later. Now the contact information, who's the contact? You're the contact. Make sure that's all right. If there's anything wrong, I can tell you how to fix it, no problem. And then payment information. This is really important. You're going to have a total price, of course. Then you're going to get the commission amount, how much you're getting paid. The net due, that is the amount minus the commission, which you guys have to pay the whole amount. The deposit due. Deposit due on a charter, check it out, $100 per person, period. Now, final payment due date. Write this down. The final payment for all of our bookings are 45 days prior to departure, unless it's a contracted group. They're a little different. If your clients book well outside of 45 days prior to departure, the deposit, you normally get a couple of days to get that into us, just 100 per person. And then the total due, that's going to keep ratcheting down as they make payments. Or, of course, if they make the full payment, that puppy's going to say zero. So you've got all the information you need right there in the booking, guys. But listen, we're going to take this simple, sweet little vacation and we're going to ratchet it up a notch. You are going to make this simple little vacation into a spectacular, memorable, amazing vacation just by adding a few things. If anybody knows anything about Club Mobe, it's an amazing, amazing VIP lounge where you get to chill, have drinks, eat, relax, watch TV, take a break, take a nap. It's amazing. So cheap. It's an awesome, awesome thing. You have it coming. They can have it leaving. They can have it both ways. It really makes the vacation to Jamaica special. Jamaica is the only place that has it right now, but it is amazing. Now, we can also go from shared transfers, where you're in a van with several other people. They make a couple stops at a couple other properties. Or you can have the private transfers. And hey, if you got a group of 6, 2 or 3 reservations, we can tie them all together and they can all pay one guy. That's up to them. That's their business. But they're all in their own private vehicle. They go straight from the airport. They're met at the airport. They go straight to their hotel. No stops. Same thing with Club Mobe. They meet you at when you get off the plane. They expedite you through customs, which is like so worth the money. Same thing on the way back. They expedite you through customs when you're with Club Mobe. That is so cool. Now, here's another thing we can add is our insurance, guys. Another thing you can add are these lovely paper documents. They come in a beautiful leather look binder case, passport carrying case with their beautiful color documents and bag tags. And this is where you're going to add those check bags. Write this down. On our charters, you're allowed one carry-on, and ladies, along with your purse that looks like a large piece of luggage that you can cram under the seat in front of you, and one check bag per person, up to 50 pounds. Each check bag per person is $39 round trip. You can't beat it with a stick, I'm telling you right now. So that's amazing. And here's the other piece. Add it before they get to the airport, guys, because it's more expensive, ladies and gents, when they get to the airport. So you want to make sure that you do all of this before they leave. And look at that, tours. You can even add their tours before they even get there. Here's what's so cool about our tours that we have that are here for you to book. We have the complete tour, everything about the tour, who should go, who shouldn't go, what time it leaves, what time it comes back, what's included, what you're going to do, where you're going to go. Everything is in that description. So you are just ratcheting up this vacation like nobody's business. Here's another place you can make some special requests. In the hotel request section, right in the passenger information area, right below that, you can put stuff like honeymooners, celebrating 25th anniversary, birthday, king bed, please, 2 double beds, please. You can also put need a wheelchair in the air section. So right now you've made that a little special. Now, I want you to be real careful, guys. See that word request? There's another word called guarantee. Okay, those are 2 different words. So I want you to know, when you make a request, it's not a guarantee. So you don't, please don't have your clients at the front desk screaming, but my agent made a request. They will fulfill it if they can. It's based on availability. But listen, let me tell you something. These hotels try real hard to honor these requests, and they're wonderful at doing stuff like that. You can even contact them directly with some extra help for that. Okay, so that's, you're bringing that you're bringing that reservation up a whole nother to a whole nother level, and you're doing it again with seat assignments. Right at the top, you're going to see a tab that says options. You're going to click on seat assignment. It's going to bring up both legs of your journey, the departure and the return. You're going to click on the one you want to assign the seats to. We're going to deal with the return, and it's going to bring up the seat map. I am such a seat map freak. I have a seat map fetish. I love seat maps because you see exactly what that plane looks like before you step one foot on it. And what I love about our seat maps is that we break it down into different sections depending on the seats. Some of our airlines have 2 and 2 first class seating for real. Some of them just have those front rows. Depends. Those are going to be our priority seats. And then the other priority seats are going to be the exit wing. Those are our preferred seats, for those long legged individuals that need that extra leg room. So you can actually book the exit row. Now, they'll check you out, make sure you're all fit to do it when you get to the airport. Or if you have a family that just wants to sit together, for God's sake, they can book a whole row. And we have our pricing set up right there for you. It tells you exactly what it is. Okay, guys. So once you select the seats, super simple. You just click on them. It's going to stick them right into your booking. You want to click Save the Seating option. And guess what? It's right there. 10E and F. Look what you've added. Club Mobe. Yeah, baby. The only thing you didn't add right here was the tour, which on my other presentation it's in there. But so cool. You can do all this. And you've turned in this really simple little trip into an amazing trip, you guys. Amazing. So everything is right there, all priced out for you, and you are good to go. Now, we're still going to get to the part where I show you how to send the documents, but you want to make a payment, right? They've called you, they love it, they've got the credit card information. You're going to click on payments, and you're going to come to this screen. Then you're just going to let us know you want to add a new payment. We're going to ask you what kind. We all know this one, right? Fill in the old credit card information. You want to put the amount that you're putting on the card, okay? And then you want to click apply. That's going to apply it. Now, you can do this with multiple credit cards, but you got to come in and come out again. I mean, not into the booking, but you got to go back to payment and enter a new payment. But you can do this with everybody on the booking, apply that payment. And now, guys, we're ready to send. Remember a long time ago when you were going to send that itinerary and I told you, don't forget, I'm going to show you how to do that later on. Well, here we are. Now, when it comes to our stuff, your booking, you've made a booking, and this is the screen you get to. And you can actually look at the invoice. You can look at the client invoice. You can look at the travel documents. And you can look and see if there's been any schedule changes. Those do happen. So, guys, the invoice, the one that's yours, is going to show your commission. The client invoice does not show your commission. I'm going to show you how to send that. Now, when it comes to sending the documents, who's it from? It's from you. What did I say about those little downward arrows? What that is that if you click on that, you're going to get some other choices. Like one is going to say do not reply, and you can have an alternate email address. Now, this is where the clients come in. Click on that downward arrow. Now, the first invoice is going to come to you. You do want to send yourself one. This is where you're going to check to make sure all those details are correct. You have 24 hours to look at it, check it, make sure it's correct, and get it changed without any repercussions. If you don't look at it And then a week before they travel, you find out you screwed up something. Uh-oh. It's going to cost your client. Then who's it going to cost? You. I have seen agents give up their commission to cover their boo-boos. You don't want that to happen, guys. Look at that invoice the minute you get it, the minute you make that booking. And then, of course, this is how you're going to send it to your client. See where it says attachment? Now, the customer invoice, don't forget, you are our customer. That's going to be with your commission. Click on that downward arrow, and it's going to say client invoice. And in parentheses, without commission. Is that awesome? That's the one you click, and that's the one you're going to send. Now, you can also send them a PDF or an HTML. The other piece is you can also put a lovely little note inside that box. You click send, guys, and you're done. Now, this is where that little piece about the date you made the booking and the date that they're leaving, two different dates. When you book a scheduled air package, that means with any commercial airline, the clock starts ticking on that airline ticket the day you make the booking, guys. The clock doesn't start ticking on our charter until the day of departure. So there's where you want to watch that date. But here is a remedy. When you book a commercial air package, then you have to pay for the whole ticket plus $100 on the land portion. That can be hefty. That can reach $300, $400, $500, $600. Now, here's how you swoop in and save the day with our reduced deposit plan. This means that we will ticket that booking for you. We will purchase that commercial airline ticket for you for just $235. There's a $225 per person commissionable fee plus the $10 fee that we charge you for that reduced deposit plan. And we will schedule all of our air valid on all scheduled air carriers. Of course, all of our deposits are non-refundable, guys. Now, here's the other thing. Do not let your clients travel without protection. Oh, my God. Protect their investment. There is nothing more heartbreaking than something horrible happening to a client before they have to travel, and they call you, and they're already stressed. They're already super upset. And guess what? Now they're not getting any money back for this vacation that they also don't get to go on because you did not cover their investment. We offer 3 different types of investment coverage. We have our Passenger Protection Plus. That means they can cancel up to 24 hours prior for any reason. 24 hours. And they'll get a voucher for future use. Now, here is where that PPP Plus is so amazing. This is going to give them cash back, guys. They're going to receive a monetary refund, and they can cancel 2 hours prior to departure. Do you understand what that means? That means that if something happens on the way to the airport, we can call and cancel and get our money. If something happens while we're at the airport, like, oh my God, my passport's expired, or oh my God, traffic, we ain't going to make it, 2 hours prior to departure, they get a refund. This is especially cool for our scheduled air. Now, if they cancel with the voucher, remember, the clock starts ticking. They have a year to use that voucher, but if it's scheduled air, they're going to be subject to change fees, rescheduling fees, and the clock starts ticking from the date you made the booking. Now, our VPI is our vacation protection insurance. This one is a medical coverage. If people know that they may chance having to cancel because they do have a medical issue or mom and dad are sickly and something may come up, then they can use this option. They have to cancel for a covered reason. So those are the ways that you can make sure that you are protecting your client. Guys, just a few more things and we're almost done. Now, you know about making a new booking. You know about your reservations, but this is where you're going to find out where all of our trade shows are, any upcoming events that we have that are coming to your town. You're going to click on VE events. This is where you can register for them. Also, guys, this onboarding webinar is just the beginning. We have all these amazing, oh, could you um, we have these amazing, amazing webinars with our preferred partners. And they come on and they tell you the latest and the greatest news, comprehensive information, beautiful photos, sometimes videos of their resorts. And this is how you can keep abreast of everything that's the latest and the greatest. And this will actually take you to these destinations. Guys, you can't go everywhere. I know that. But this is how we get you there without you actually not having to go. Also, guys, fam trips, they're amazing. We really like our new agents going on these fam trips. And so this is where you're also going to find out about fams. Also, keep in mind our charter schedule changes all the time. We're always adding and stretching it out and growing it and sticking in new stuff. So you want to make sure that you always know what the latest and greatest is there. So you can always click on that just to see. Agent reduced air. We have some phenomenal agent reduced air rates right now that are out. Now, once you see the email for them, you want to just click on the date you want to travel. If it's a charter date, you're going to call our reservation. Click on Agent Reduced Air, see if your city and your date's there. If it is, you want to call our reservation department and see if those seats are available for those dates. Now, remember I talked about editing your profile if you see the contact information's wrong? This is where you can fix that. Also, guys, managing your subscriptions. We want to know where you want your information to come from. What gateway? Do you want New Orleans? Do you want Memphis? Do you want Dallas? Do you want Atlanta? Do you want Cincinnati? This is how you let us know where you want that pertinent information to come from. And we are constantly blasting you with all kinds of fabulous deals all day, every day, guys. We want you to book with us. Now, we also want you to give us an opportunity to match our competitors. We will price match. Get your price match in as early as possible, between 8 and 5. They will return it the same day or the next day with a price match. So you'll have to book hours. It's got to be apples to apples. Just send us a screenshot, and we will definitely try to match our competitors, guys. This is where you can order brochures. You can find out about booking a group here and just more information. So let's get booking. Let's just start booking. You are there, you are ready, and we are done, guys. We are absolutely done.
Ooh-wee. You got
Woo!
through that. You got that nicely, Pat. Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. All right. I'm really glad. Thank you for going through this for our agents tonight. Definitely very valuable information in there. I don't want to I don't want to spend too much time. We're going to move right into the question and answer. And forgive me, Pat, if I ask a question that may have already been answered in the presentation at one point. I just kind of maybe want to try to ask generally, possibly, if I see enough of the question that maybe a few missed and because they
Sure.
came late to the webinar, what have
That's
you. So
fine.
for any questions like that.
Shoot.
But moving into it. Um, uh, let's see here. I have a few similar questions like this. For vacationexpress.com, is it more friendly with one browser than another? Do you recommend a particular browser to use
Oh,
when
that is such a good question. Oh, nobody asked that
yeah,
question. I, I want you to kiss whoever asked that question. Yes, we
I will.
operate best in Explorer. We do.
Okay.
We operate best in Explorer.
Okay.
You might have some problems if you're trying to do Chrome or whatever else is out there.
Okay, so there are
Mhm.
little issues with Chrome because that was one
Yeah,
particular question that we
sure.
had in there. So,
Yeah.
okay, so Microsoft Explorer, or is it now
Yep.
Microsoft Edge now?
I
Is that what it's
don't know.
called?
We still use. All I know is the E with the halo on it.
Got it.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, if you
Microsoft's
have an updated version, you probably do. Definitely.
got it. Got it. So you heard it here from Miss Pat. Try to use it on the Microsoft Internet Explorer. And I think there was another question, kind of just in regards to like the browser process. Let me see here. The engine from another agent here. The engine often, when you are working the vacation and you return to the previous screen, I guess it makes you sign in again. Do they lose their information, or is there a way that they can go back if they need to, and then they don't lose all of the information, or is there just an
If
easier
yeah,
way
if
to
if they
happen?
had an issue and it sends them back, that information probably was lost. If they and I'm not sure where that occurs, but when they are having those issues, if they don't mind just kicking our agent support an email and letting us know, because sometimes the server might be doing some weird stuff and we're not aware. But it shouldn't be doing that. It shouldn't kick them out. But
Okay.
we are still only able to send one quote out at a time. That's something that we've been working on that we'd really like to see happen soon. But yeah, if they're trying to go back and add to that, they probably have to start over. But if they do get kicked out, they will lose information. But we need to know about it so we can get it fixed.
Okay, perfect. So in most cases, or in all cases, really, if someone needs to go back to the previous screen, it's not an issue of whether you have to click the previous in like the actual browser or in the web page. You know how sometimes like internet stuff, that's if you pick like the back button in the actual browser rather than on the web page, sometimes it like does weird stuff. So, but like you said, I guess just contact Vacation Express customer service just to kind of see if they can figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know because it shouldn't
Okay.
be kicking them out if they're going backwards. But there are some
Right.
places they can't go. Hmm.
Okay. Alrighty. So, moving on here. How are the hotel credits used? Can the client use them to take tours?
The hotel credits can be used for whatever the hotel is offering.
Okay.
They're only used
Okay.
on resort. Yes.
Okay, perfect. I would get a lot of this question, and again, forgive me if you've gone over it already. Do you guys offer payment plans for the clients?
We do not offer a payment plan for the client if they're booking through you. What we do suggest is that you set them up on your own kind of version of a payment plan. The client doesn't have to know that you're being a little bit tricky. We just want them to, it's really to help them out. I know that that's really how America works. We all work on payment schedules. If it's our utilities or whatever, of course, we all know to pay our rent on the first, but
Yeah.
every bill you have has a schedule, a payment schedule, and people are used to being regimented like that. So if they book well ahead of 45 days prior, we normally like them to try to book 6 months or more out. That's usually gives them enough time to it gives you enough time to kind of formalize a payment structure with them. It might mean you might have to ask them a sensitive question like, when is payday? but but you'll want to that'll be a way for you to work out some kind of payment process with them. Makes the process super easy. It makes it more manageable for them. Don't forget the reduced deposit plan will really help with those hefty commercial air flight airfares. And so this is something that you would have to devise on your own. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. From another agent. Now, when do you think is charter season, or does it really vary, honestly, throughout the year?
Charter season is usually, for the most part, charter season starts the end of May and normally will go through the beginning of August to mid August. Now, we have charters in some of our other gateways, especially our more northern cities that did get an early start this year. They were very lucky. Some of them started in January and February, so we were able to cover some of spring break. But most of our southern um, states and most of the charters start um, at the end of May and run for 2 to 3 months. So definitely check
Okay.
our charter schedule. That's why I say you have to check that charter schedule. Even if I gave you something right now looking off a sheet I had, I would feel real shaky about it because it could have changed. If it's not my gateway, sometimes I don't notice what's going on in Newark. Because
Got it.
I cover Mississippi, Louisiana, Memphis, Arkansas, and so therefore, just tap on that 2019 schedule. It'll tell you exactly where we leave from and what that charter window is.
Heard. All right. Okay. Let's see here from another agent. What about baggage fees for airlines? Is that included at all, or the
Well, if it's a
passenger?
commercial airline, that is directly with the airline itself. So you would
Okay.
the agent would need to get in touch with the airline concerning their bag fees. Now we also have a place that's bolded where it says airline baggage information, and so
Hmm.
it's going to list every airline that we associate with that's in our system, and
Hmm.
it'll tell you what the bag fees are.
Perfect. All in one
Hmm.
place. Very
Yep,
nice.
yep, yep. You
Um,
can find that out there. But of course,
from
but now here's the other thing, Ariana. We want them to always contact the airline for the most up to date and correct information. I would
yeah.
not. I would want them to trust that beyond us. Yes.
Agreed. Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, moving on, we've got a comment from an agent just saying, "Hey, this is really easy. Thank you so much for explaining this."
Ah, yay.
Um, I'd love to give comments like that away to
Yeah.
the here. Okay. I like this question. Sorry, stumbling over my words here. Which is the best group type to go with when several passengers are flying from different gateways? I like that question.
If they have multiple people traveling for different gateways,
Yeah, just from different
super
cities.
easy, super doable. Now, here's the only caveat with that. They do have to call that booking in because then we would have to be able to connect those different flights
As
into the
opposed
rooms,
as opposed to doing it through
and
the
as opposed to doing it online.
right,
But
right.
they will get the higher commission because this is
Okay.
another thing to note for all of our IntelliTravel agents and for all of our agents booking. It doesn't matter what agency. If you book online, you draw the higher commission base. If you book through our reservation call center, just call and say, "Hey, I want to make a booking," and we do the
Mhm.
work for you. Then you actually lose a couple of points. You actually will lose a couple of commission points.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so hold on. I had a question here and I just lost it. So, where was it? Where was it? Sorry. Here it is. Golly. Okay. Now, once you add the additional service charge and hit add, can you then click the hide agent detail so the client doesn't see that charge?
Say that again.
Okay, so once you add the additional service charge, can
That
you
service
click?
charge won't even be, yeah, when you send that client
Okay,
invoice, it does not show the service charge. It just incorporates
perfect.
itself into the price. Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Good
perfect,
question.
perfect.
Hmm.
Do you guys have anything going on in the Florida Keys at the moment?
We do not. We sure don't. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Miami is our closest gateway to you guys.
Okay, and then now what is the farthest out that we can book with you guys right now? Like
Cincinnati
and
books
state
year round. You mean
Say
state
again?
wise or
Just like meaning in terms of like date wise.
oh,
What is
okay.
like
Well, well,
the
well, well. Now the furthest out that you probably will see is the first week in August for most gateways. Cincinnati does go year round, but
okay,
of course you'd have to
perfect.
leave out of Cincinnati. Now,
Right.
please don't forget, we book all year long, guys. You can always match us up with commercial air, and some of those prices are very competitive. It is not even, I will honestly say that you're not always guaranteed to get a cheaper price with the charter, though most of the time it pans out because we can control our air prices. However, definitely don't be deterred if we don't have a charter in your area. We book on all major carriers. The RDP is there to help you along with your bookings, and we can get you out of most states into our destination.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of this similar topic here in terms of when you're on the website, and I guess the session times out um, a little bit more frequently than most. So again, my apologies. This is just something that seems to be coming up here, so I thought I might address it. Do you know
Yeah.
anything about that at all,
I
Pat?
don't I don't I can't say that has been something that we've been alerted to. Um
Okay.
but if again, if they feel like it's happening, and sometimes I've been on many sites where, I'd seem like I was just gone a minute and I come back and I'm timed out already.
Right.
Um but sometimes it might be more time than we think. I'm not sure what the timer is on that, on your sessions. If that agent wouldn't mind shooting us an email and begging that question, we can probably find out what that is, and that might give them a little hand up in making a booking.
Okay, all right. So we are about 5 minutes over the time. I wanted to maybe
Uh
try to squeeze
oh.
in like one or two questions, if that's okay, Pat, with you.
Yep.
I feel bad. I want to be able to put in a little bit more questions here. So, I guess this seems like a general question here. What is the passenger protection plan or passenger protection plan plus?
The PPP is the passenger protection plan, and
Yeah, that's, I
basically,
guess they
and
must
and
have
and,
come
and all
late.
that means is we have the two different passenger protection plans. The first one, the PPP,
Yeah.
they can cancel 24 hours prior to departure. They get a voucher for future travel. They have a year to use it.
Okay.
Pretty much that's the
Can they
overview.
can they do the additional options later, or do they have to do it immediately?
Well, if you're choosing the reduced deposit plan, you have to book the insurance immediately.
Okay.
Okay. The other ones
Hmm.
you have up until final payment to add. And if you
Say
do a
say again?
regular, yeah, if you're booking uh, the PPP or the
Okay.
PPP plus, you have up until final payment to add that.
Okay. Perfect.
Now, if
Perfect.
it's a
Perfect.
commercial air flight, I believe you have 14 days to make a decision.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I kind of like this question. Say, your final payment has been made, everything seems good, but you know what? At the last second, your clients may want to just add one more little tiny excursion on top of it. They already know what they want. They just want you to book it at that point. Can excursions be booked after the final payment, depending on how close it is?
Can they do what after final payment?
Can they add excursions or more to the
Sure,
booking
sure,
after final?
sure. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. They'll
okay,
just pay the additional. Now, we do need those kind of booked up and everything kind of tidy at least. And I'm going to say, to be on the safe side, guys, give yourself a week before travel. No, absolutely no less than 48 hours prior.
okay. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I wish, guys, I could answer your questions more, or I could ask more of your questions. But I know that we have had already had a long night, so I don't want to keep you guys. If you guys have any more additional questions, you can always try to reach Vacation Express customer service. Our senior business development manager, Miss Barbara Takis, or Miss Lovely Pat Ferguson, of course.
Yes.
She's so amazing. So amazing, Pat. I just enjoy so much listening to you talk, listen to you
You make
speak
it
when
too
you're at our
easy.
Dreammaker
You make
events.
it too fun and too easy.
Well, you're fun too, so I get,
Oh my
you
God.
make me laugh all the time, all the time. I can't help it. But anyways, so thank you so much, Pat, for being here. And I want to real quick, oh, I almost forgot. Oh,
Mhm.
Lee, can you humor me really quick? I'm going to do a quick drawing for the prize here.
All
And
right.
and do a drum roll real quick for me while a winner gets randomly chosen. Okay, Alicia Venner. Okay, Alicia Venner, congratulations! Pew, pew,
Hey. Amazing.
congratulations, Alicia. Again, thank you, Pat, so much for being
You are
here.
so
Um,
welcome.
and
You are so
last but not
welcome.
thank you, agents. Thank you so much for being here because really, if you were not here, we would not be here, right, Pat? So, thank you
Absolutely.
so much. And for taking the time out of your busy evenings to help grow your travel opportunities, help grow your business, make it successful. Alicia, I will be sending over your information over to Pat later this evening,
Yes,
and she will try to get something out to you. Okay, so
absolutely. We have a lovely gift for her.
yes, ma'am. And Pat, again, thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you, IntelliTravel. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your business, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to get in touch with us. And hey, be your first passenger. You've got to get out and see these destinations. Go ahead and
Mhm.
make a booking with VE. Just $100 for a deposit. Be your first client. It'll be an amazing, amazing experience and process, and you'll be so glad you did. We'll be partners forever.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So have a wonderful rest of your night, ladies and gentlemen. Pat, have a wonderful rest of your night as well. I look forward to seeing you in New Orleans.
Yes.
So that'll be very good, very fun, very
All
nice. And have
right.
a lovely, lovely evening, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye.